Hello, family and friends. Welcome to another edition of the Reimagine You Lab podcast. And you always know that on the third Fridays of every month, we have the wonderful Dr. Joyce Moore in with us. Good morning, Dr. Joyce. How are you?
Good morning, MG. I'm blessed. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. And I am thrilled about this new year, this 2026. Dr.
Yeah.
Joyce, you want to share with the audience as you were sharing with me about, hey, this is the season. This year is what again?
This is a year for fearless faith and rebuilding walls, and it's coming out of Nehemiah.
Yes, ma'am. You know what I think that's so good, like to have a word, to have a preparation of how you set the tone for the year. And so I am looking forward to a wonderful year this year. It started out well, and I expect that it is going to continue. And so, Dr. Joyce, what are we sharing on today? I'm excited. Well, before we move into our topic for the day, I guess we better give them our disclaimer, right?
Okay. So the information is to educate and to motivate, but not to provide a diagnosis or treatment for any disease or disorder. It's just to educate you and equip you and motivate you.
Yes. And don't forget, you all, as I know that some of you have gotten copies of Dr. Joyce's book. The books are available, thepurplemindbook.com. Or if you're an Amazon Prime person, go to amazon.com. You can pick it up there. But a lot of the information that she shares with individuals and as she shares here, a lot of that information you can find so you can have it as a resource. It's a great resource tool for you to be able to use. And there's the Purple Mind series of books. And so once you go out there and take a look, you can see which ones fit you. Get them all if you need them. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. It really,
Now,
really.
most of the information will be coming from Purple Mind Nutrition and Wellness, this book. But the other books as well will have information, but most of the information today will be coming from Purple Mind Nutrition and Wellness book.
All right, you guys, you heard it here first. All right, well, Dr. Joyce, let's talk about what are we sharing? What are you coming forward with on today?
So today, in Making Healthy Happen in 2026 and always, we're going to be talking about how to avoid consuming dietary supplements containing toxic ingredients. So the wisdom word would be Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And also, if we rebel the knowledge that we're getting from the Lord, then we will suffer consequences. And so when I talk about dietary supplements, it's also referred to as food supplements, nutrition or nutrient supplements, as well as herbal supplements. They're all talking about dietary supplements.
Okay, so the whole category is it's not just one thing, but it can be multiple things when we're talking about supplements. Okay.
Yes. So what are dietary supplements or nutrient supplements or herbal supplements? These are products of natural foods that are intended to supplement, and supplement means to add to, complete, or improve your diet by providing these nutrients, such as vitamins, minerals, amino acids, herbs, fiber, and probiotics. All of these are from natural foods.
Okay. And so with that, like when I think about like all the supplements, there's a lot of supplements that are out there.
Yes.
And even as I see here, you're going to talk about kind of some of the different forms and stuff that the products come in.
Exactly. So you can get the dietary supplements in tablets, and those you can swallow or chewable or gummies. And the chewable or gummies, these are mostly for your children who are taking supplements. And then the capsules, well, there are the vegetable capsules, and these are usually cellulose or hypomellose. So when you see that last lose, that means that it's made from a vegetable. And then we have animal capsules. Some of the
Mm,
dietary supplements will come in animal, either from the bone or the skin of beef, which is referred to as bovine. So if you see bovine under the ingredients, you know that it's part of animal, the beef.
okay.
And the animal capsules can also be referred to as collagen. And that again comes from the skin or bone of beef, bovine, pig, fish, or shellfish. So this is important to know because we have some people who are vegans. And I personally, I prefer tablets that are vegetable tablets, vegetable capsules.
Okay.
And then we have the powders, the liquids, and the oral sprays. Now, I would recommend the powder liquids and oral sprays for people who have undergone bariatric surgery. That means they've had part of their stomach removed or intestines removed, because this way, with the powder or the liquid, it's easy to be absorbed into their digestive system versus tablets or capsules.
Okay. No, that's good to know. That's really good to know.
Okay, so how can we avoid consuming dietary supplements containing toxic ingredients? Always read the supplement facts and labels and ingredients. Now, the Federal Drug Administration has required that all manufacturers, just like on your food, they have to list the nutrient facts. On supplements, they have to list the supplement facts. And then you want to read the supplement facts, and then under the supplement facts, look at the ingredients. Even if you see on the front of dietary supplement containers the labels organic USD and non-GMO verified with the little butterfly, that means that this is natural foods, it's not lab-made foods. You still want to read your supplement facts and label ingredients.
No, that's good for people to do too, because sometimes you think, oh, it says organic, so I'm in good shape. But there's more to it than just what's on the outside. You want to look a little bit further.
Right, because there are certain things that may not have been genetically modified, but they're still toxic, and you still want to keep them out of your supplements. And these are a few. So made with non-GMO ingredients. Now, this is what you are looking for to keep toxic ingredients out of your dietary supplements. You want to see that it's not made with non-GMO ingredients or made with non-GMO ingredients. No magnesium stearate. Now, magnesium, of course, is a very central mineral for the body, but it's either citrate or malate or threonate. But always stay away from magnesium stearate or stearic acid, because that interferes with the immune system. The T cells in our immune system that we need to regulate inflammation, this is magnesium stearate, blocks that. And we want to make sure the supplements are gluten-free, because especially if you're gluten sensitive, it's a vegan formula. If you're vegan and you don't want to ingest animal capsules, stay away from yeast. Yeast is a bad player, so we don't want yeast in any of our supplements.
Okay.
We don't want sugar, salt, corn, soy, or dairy products. And no titanium dioxide. So when under the dietary supplements and ingredients, it says no titanium dioxide, this is very, very crucial. Titanium dioxide, as we will learn later on, is a very, very bad player. It's worse than genetically modified organisms in the food. And it's an artificial colorant. So they add this to the food to make the colors brighter, the white whiter, and the different colors, food coloring brighter. We want to make sure there is no silicone dioxide, no titanium dioxide, and silicone dioxide. And a lot of times they will use silicone dioxide as an anti-caking. In other words, if you have seasoning or in the capsule itself to keep the ingredients from caking, they will add that silicone dioxide as a filler. And we don't,
Oh,
and we
no
don't,
fillers.
right, no fillers. And they also use magnesium stearate as a filler. So we want to
Okay.
make sure we stay away from magnesium stearate. And no artificial flavors or preservatives.
Mm. That's a good list, Dr. Joyce. Things
Yes.
to pay attention to.
Yes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at supplements that what they're doing is adding these toxic ingredients. So the minerals, the two minerals that I will be talking about will be selenium and zinc. Okay, so with selenium, you'll see on the outside of your dietary supplement selenium. But check the supplement facts, because with the facts, you will see selenium 200 micrograms, and with minerals, you only need a very, very small amount. And if you see this as selenomethionine, then that's good. Because what we have here is we have the mineral selenium, and the methionine is, or methionine is a amino acid. And they combine those two so that the selenium, the mineral selenium, will be absorbed by your system. Selenium is a potent antioxidant. In other words, it will help to prevent cancer. It will help to prevent, with most, according to scientific research, it helps to prevent most cancers. So you want to take selenium, but you always take minerals in a small amount. So this is micrograms, 200 micrograms. And again, you want to see that with a amino acid, combined with the amino acid. So you have a mineral, and the amino acid would be the methionine.
Okay. And that's kind of like the booster. That methionine on the end of it kind of lets you know it's the booster that makes it potent, right?
And right, because the reason why it becomes potent now is because this amino acid is bound to the selenium to help it to be absorbed by the body. And it's healthy for the body. Amino acids are healthy for the body. And so we take 200 microgram capsules daily. It will protect your DNA and prevent most cancers. Now, like I said, if you've had bariatric surgery, then you have to get a supplement that is liquid powder or oral spray.
Okay.
And this is the one that's toxic. This is the one that you want to avoid. And this is on the supplement facts. And on the front, it will say selenium. See, that's the catcher. But you have to read the supplement facts, because under the supplement facts, it will say sodium salinate. And you want to stay away from that. You want to stay away from sodium salinate and go with the sodium methionine.
Okay. That's good. That's good to know.
So this is the next mineral, which again, it's a very, very potent mineral because it's an antioxidant also. Zinc, you want to see under the supplement facts, zinc bisglycinate, chelate. And again, glycine is an amino acid. So they bind the mineral zinc with the glycine, bisglycinate, chelate. Or if you just see or amino acid, chelate, then you know you're good. It's healthy. It's non-toxic. And zinc is, like I said, it's chemically bound to the glycine, which is the amino acid. And this makes zinc, the mineral easy absorbed by your digestive system.
Perfect.
And so again, zinc bisglycinate, which is chelated to this amino acid glycine, it's a potent antioxidant. Again, with minerals, you just need to take a very small amount. 25 milligram capsule can help protect your DNA and immunity. It provides eye and skin health. It helps prevent acne. And in males, it helps prevent prostate gland cancers. So you want to start taking zinc if you're a male, I would say at the age of 40. Start taking zinc to help protect your prostate gland. And also it can help to prevent acne. So you can also take that earlier, but just a small amount.
Small amounts. Okay. Minerals, small amounts.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is the zinc that you want to avoid. Now on the front of the container may just say zinc, but look under the supplement facts. If it says zinc oxide, stay away. Stay clear of zinc oxide. If ingested, it can cause nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting. So now, zinc oxide, and you remember we said stay away from titanium dioxide. So on the container, if you see no zinc oxide, no titanium dioxide, that's a plus. You know you're getting a supplement that's healthy. Because both of these are bad players, zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. They are genotoxic and they are cancer-causing agents. And a lot of manufacturers are not only placing this zinc oxide and titanium dioxide into foods, they're also placing them into sunscreens. So when you purchase or use a sunscreen, make sure it does not contain zinc oxide or titanium, titanium dioxide, both of which are photocatalysts. In other words, when they are exposed, when you have the sunscreen on you and you are exposed to sunlight, they form free radicals on your skin and can cause skin cancer. So instead of protecting you from skin cancer, these are actually
attracting it to you.
Yes, causing.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so next is we're going to shift now to vitamins.
Okay.
And so we're going to start with vitamin E. Again, you may see on the front of your container vitamin E, but always read the supplement facts labels, because the vitamin E, the one that's healthy, is just D. And I say you can remember this by saying A, B, C, D, and after D comes E. So if you see vitamin E, D hyphen alpha tocopherol. Tocopherol is just another name for vitamin E. But you want to see D only. And because the D only, the D alpha tocopherol is produced from non-GMO vegetable oils, seeds, nuts, again, foods. Our vitamins and our minerals should be coming and made from foods, nuts, whole and seed grains rich in vitamin E. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant. It provides DNA protection to prevent heart disease, cancer, stroke, aging, arthritis, and other things. And we're going to talk about a few other things shortly. Okay, so if we take, again, we're looking for D, vitamin E, D, alpha tocopherol. 400 international units can help also to protect the females, reproductive organs. It helps to prevent fibrocystic breast disease and uterine fibroids. That's what vitamin E can do if you take 400 international units daily. You don't want to go more than 400 international units daily because vitamin E is a fat-soluble vitamin. And so it has to be broken down in the liver before it can be excreted out of the body. But it's very, very helpful. Now, this is the catch, MG, with vitamin E protecting us from fibrocystic breast disease and uterine fibroids. In 30% of African Americans, they have a higher incidence of uterine fibroids. And that's because a lot of them will have an allergy to milk. And that's because milk contains multiple proteins, different proteins. And the one protein that seems to cause inflammation in African Americans, Black Americans, Asians, and Hispanics is casein. That's CASEIN. And that causes a milk allergy in melanated people. And so with the milk allergy, that causes inflammation and it leads to uterine fibroids. So in addition to taking the vitamin E to help prevent uterine fibroids and fibrocystic disease, you must refrain from caffeine, whether it's caffeine in your drinks, coffee, chocolate, anything with caffeine in it. You have to refrain from caffeine and you have to refrain from dairy products containing that casein, which is a milk protein.
Okay.
And this is the vitamin E that you do not want to take. This is a toxic, the vitamin E DL. You remember we said D, after D comes A, B, C, D, E. So if you see L in between, stay away from that because that's produced from the petrochemical. Instead of being produced from food, now they're using petroleum, the petrochemical to produce this. It's less expensive than the D-alpha tocopherol, but it does not provide that nutrient that helps to prevent cancers and fibrocystic disease and breast disease.
Okay.
In other words, that's synthetic. That's not the food vitamin E that you want to purchase.
Got it. Okay.
So with a vitamin B complex supplement facts that you're looking for a vitamin B. Now, the vitamin B consists of about 6 components, but this is the one that when you're looking at the supplement facts, always check your vitamin B12 and make sure that it is methylcobalamin or methylated B12, because vitamins that are methylated are considered the best form of vitamins because they are most easily absorbed by the body. And vitamin B12 help to prevent anemia.
Okay. Methylcobalamin. Okay.
Yes. Now, this is the one that you want to avoid in your vitamin B. You want to stay away from cyanocobalamin. The cobalamin is just the form of the vitamin B, but that prefix, cyan, is a poison. Cyanide is coming from cyanide. So you want to say cyanocobalamin. Be aware of that. Stay away from it. And when you buy the vitamin B, I would say buy the vitamin B complex because you're getting all of those vitamins. Vitamin B would be niacin, folic acid, which is wonderful, folate, which is the methylated form, and all the other vitamins. Biotin, that's a vitamin B. But most of the the things that you're going to look for would be the vitamin B12, and make sure it's not cyanocobalamin, but rather methylcobalamin.
Got it. Okay.
So
Ooh, Dr. Joy.
with vitamin C, we're going to be looking for ascorbic acid or ascorbate. And this is coming from your fruits, your citric fruits, right?
Mhm,
It's a
mhm.
potent antioxidant. It prevents scurvy, which in children, it's where that the bones are softened, and so you'll get bowing in children who are deficiency in vitamin C. In adults, swollen, bleeding gums, impaired wound healing, mental depression, and often anemia. So it's very important to have vitamin C as a part of your diet, but you want to make sure on the supplement facts it's saying ascorbic or ascorbate.
Okay.
And this is the one that you want to avoid. So now they know that, okay, so we need vitamin C. So what do they use to? They're genetically engineering yeast, the baker yeast, which is used for
Mhm.
baking,
Yeah.
or brewer's yeast, which is used to make alcohol. What they're doing is genetically modifying this to become vitamin C. Now, the scientific name or the generic name and species for baker's yeast and brewer's yeast is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. That's
Mhm.
so if you see on your supplement facts vitamin C and in parentheses from cultures, a red flag should go up right there, because cultures mean that they are using something that they're growing in the lab, which is this yeast that they're going to eventually genetically modify to make vitamin C.
Wow. Dr. Joyce, they doing an awful lot of stuff in the labs now.
Exactly.
They
They're,
really are.
they're using humans as lab rats, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what that sounded like to me.
Mhm. So this is another one. A healthy dietary supplement would be vitamin D3, and that's the sunshine vitamin. It's a steroid-like vitamin that can be produced by animals and human tissues when sunlight penetrates your skin. And this
Mhm.
is really the only natural way that vitamin D3 is made, is by sun. When it hits our skin, it's changed into vitamin D3, animals as well as humans. It prevents rickets in children, which is a condition of soft or weak bones, which is called osteomalacia, and
Mhm.
skeletal deformity, again, like bowed legs in children. This is rickets. In adults, it prevents osteoporosis, softening of the bones, where the bones actually become weak, brittle, and break. Um, so it decreases, if a lack of this decreases the bone density. So we have to get sun. Sun is from the SON, we get the SUN, and it's very,
Yeah.
very important for the body, for the human body.
So needed.
Yeah. So since there are millions of people in this country who suffers from vitamin D because of lack of sun exposure, we leave out, we go to work, we're in buildings, so we can't get the sunlight we need. This would be, to me, this would be the next best option. Now it's not D3, but it's D2. It's made from organic mushrooms, your portobello, your white button, your shiitake, and the other mushrooms. When they are exposed to sunlight, they undergo a chemical change, transforming them into vitamin D2. Now, when you go to the store, MG, and you're
Mhm.
looking for these mushrooms, the portobello, the white button, the shiitake, always look for vitamin D, because that means that instead of them being grown in a greenhouse, these were placed in the sun also so that they could, so that the ergocalciferol, which is calciferol is vitamin D. And then the ergo is from the mushroom. So this is what you're going to be looking for, ergo. And on, like I said, when you purchase the mushrooms, make sure it says vitamin D, and that'll let you know that it has been exposed to the sunlight so that you are getting the vitamin D from these mushrooms.
Nice. That's good to know. I didn't realize that.
Okay, so with vitamin D3, this is what you want to stay away from. This is the rat poison. This is choline. Now we said that the healthy one is ergocalciferol. If you see cholecalciferol, leave it on the shelf because it contains, the choline means rat poison.
Okay.
And
that's easy. Cholecalciferol.
Choline.
On the shelf.
That. It can result in severe acute kidney failure and cardiovascular disease and death. And I know a lot of people say, we're looking for vitamin D. So, this is vitamin D. I need vitamin D. I'm vitamin D deficiency. Stay away from cholecalciferol. Get you some sunlight as much as possible. And if you can't, go with the mushrooms with that's been exposed to the sun, and we'll say vitamin D.
Okay.
Okay, so now, just like we had the vitamin C that was produced from yeast, from the brewer's yeast and the baker's yeast, they're also genetically engineering vitamin D, and they're calling it vitamin D3. Okay, so when you look at your supplement facts and you see vitamin D as D3, again, from cultures. Now that should be the red flag because it was grown in the lab. It was grown in the lab of Saccharomyces. Saccharomyces. Whenever you see MYCES, that's fungi.
Okay.
Reversia. Again, stay away from it. It may come in a fancy container or whatever. Stay away from it because it has been genetically engineered from yeast. And what they do is they use some of the waxy grease called lanolin, which is derived from, from sheep's wool. And they feed it to this genetically engineered yeast. And then the mutant yeast is exposed to ultraviolet light. And then they're saying, now we have genetically engineered vitamin D3. This is what you need. Stay away from this. This is genetically engineered.
Yeah. Wow. You know what, Dr. Joyce, and I'm so glad you shared this because a lot of times we just don't know. You're just picking up a vitamin D, but there's some other things that we need to see and be paying attention to.
We really need to read the dietary supplement facts on the labels. We need to slow down and read. Okay, so there are some cautions. Consult your healthcare practitioner before using a dietary supplement if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, if you're giving this product to your children, if you anticipate surgery, certain vitamins and minerals you have to stop because they cause your blood to be thin, so you may bleed longer. So if you're anticipating surgery, if you're taking a medication or medications on a regular basis, or if you're under medical supervision, then before taking dietary supplements, some dietary supplements, you have to use precautions.
Yeah.
So I would like to say avoid consuming toxic dietary supplements by reading the supplement facts labels on all of your supplement containers, and also read the ingredients under the supplement facts labels on all of your supplement containers. And thank you so very much.
Dr. Joyce, listen, that was girl, you done gave us a lot here to think about. Not to think about, but to actually take action on, right? To pay attention to the types of ingredients that's on those labels, because it's not just if it says it's good on the front side, does it, or it's in a pretty package,
Yeah,
doesn't mean that it is the best for you. It could potentially be harming you with toxins. And
exactly.
so, girl, who knew?
So it's great that the Food and Drug Administration has required the manufacturers to list this information, and it's left up to us to read. We have to read and be aware of what
Yeah.
we're taking into our bodies.
Oh my goodness, Dr. Joyce, this has been so good. As always, thank you so much for coming on and giving us an educational lesson on our, in this case, the supplements. And so, the listening audience, I hope that you have gained something here. Go back, re listen to the episode, drop us questions, and let us know if you have any questions around the things that you've shared. As a matter of fact, Dr. Joyce is going to be doing a session where she's just going to be answering viewer and listener questions and providing responses back, because we want to make sure that you get this, that the
Yeah,
information that you're getting here, making healthy happen in 2026. This is like a supplement. This is a good supplement to the information that you've had before. We're adding to it so that you can keep making yourselves more healthy, more nutrition aware, and so that you can live long and you can live strong. So thank you for tuning in today. Dr. Joyce, as always, thank you for being here and coming and imparting to us.
thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. Well, this closes the show for today. You guys, thank you so much for listening in. Remember, every third Friday of the month is when Dr. Joyce is here to share something with us to help us make healthy happen in 2026. Until next week, we will see you guys later. Be blessed.
Bye bye.